Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jolene and I'm the author of the Glorium Sea series as well as the Moonrise Beach series. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing my long-awaited 2023 planner lineup. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this video. I'm finally doing it today, and in this video I'm going to go over all the planners and some journals that I plan on using for 2023. I do have a journal lineup already for 2023 film. That went up yesterday. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm going to be using journal wise, then check out that video. But today I have planners that are some of my tried and true, which will be coming with me into the new year. However, there are some new systems, as you guys can see here, that I'm going to be trying out in the beginning of the year to see if it'll be something that will give me the planner piece that I'm looking for. So what I think I want to do is I will start with the ones that are moving on with me. So these are systems and planners that I have used all throughout 2022 and possibly even before that I just love and I don't want to give up. So they are coming with me into the new year. So I'm going to get started with those and then we'll go into the newer systems. I think that will be the best way to go about it. So this first planner right here is an A5 wide or Estelle planner. This is in the Deboss blush cover with the gold hardware. This is actually my fall setup. I actually didn't do one for winter, but that's okay. I'm going to be just switching out the deco and moving the inserts into another planner. But the reason why I didn't move out of this one yet is because I plan on doing a flip through of all of my spreads that I've done this past year, because this is actually the second full year that I have done memory keeping every single week. And I just love this self-care activity. It's something that I can do at the end of the week to reflect on the week that just passed. But it's really nice for me to go back and see all these really wonderfully decorated spreads here and look back on what actually happened. So I'm going to be filming that video for you guys soon, for those of you who are interested in it. But basically I have here a monthly that I like to look back on, and I do use these stickers. These are all stickers from my shop. So if you guys are interested in the stickers or printables from my shop, you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10%. But this is using a monthly sticker kit from my shop, as well as the A5 wide size monthly calendar. And then I also have these memory spreads where I use the printables from my shop to do a little bit of decorative memory planning at the end of the week. So again, I have Plan With Me videos on all of these, and these are all using sticker kits from my shop, and these inserts are also from my shop. In the next section, I do have a kit tracker. So again, I use these inserts from my shop to plan out what kits I want to use in my memory spreads. And then I have a reference section which just has some grid. These are the Kate Floral grid inserts from my shop, again in the A5 wide. I have a kind of reference section here where I keep track of my makeup and also inserts and other planner supplies. So I have my pen gems collection and things like that, and that is on the 2-column checklist and the line insert from my shop. And then at the back here I have some work stuff which I'm not going to show you. So that is everything that I keep in here. I'm not going to go into great detail when I flip through all of these planners because I do have a number of them here and it would take a very long time. But I do have individual videos that go through my planner setup. I will try to link them down below, but that might be a lot to put in the card. So if I don't have enough space for it, I will either put it in the description box or you guys can just find it all on my channel because they're all there. So that is the first one that I'm going to be taking with me into the new year. The next one that I want to share with you is my A6 rings. So if you guys don't know, rings are my planner piece. Shortly after I moved out of an Erin Condren in my first year of planning, I moved into rings. And I love rings because you can really customize everything. You can choose what inserts you want. You can choose like if you only want one of that insert or you want multiple of that insert. You can change out the deco. So it's really, really customizable. So if you're new to planning and you're not really sure what system to work with, I would always suggest trying out rings first because it's a great way to test out what inserts and what planning style you want to have without really wasting too much money. So I do have here a VDS. This is in the Senior, so that's A6 size, and the color is a Pousierrre. This is from the Touch Me line, so it's ready to ship, and I love it. I love how neutral and just really cozy this whole setup is. So again, I do have a video on my channel that already goes through the setup of this planner, so I'm not going to go through that today. But I really like the Touch Me line because you do have the pen loops here. You get 2 of them, and I love the pocket configuration. There's so much room to put extra stickers, you know, and you can even decorate it really nicely like I have here. You have these card slots at the back, so I have been putting these task cards, which I have yet to fill out, but I will, with all the like getting stuff done type of things. And then you also have the big back pocket, which I tend to put note paper and receipts in. And then here I actually have the 20mm rings, which honestly is a bit small for me. I am used to 30, but I'm trying to make it work because this is more so like a reference type of planner. It's not going to be like my everyday planner, but this houses all the important things that I want to remember for the year. So in the first section here, I have a calendar. I am a book reviewer, so I use this calendar here not so much for forward planning because I do that in my Hobonichi cousin. In this planner, I keep track of my reviews that I write and submit to my editor. So this is actually an insert from my shop. This is what it looks like plain. So you have the month on one page, and then you have a 2-column here. I've added 2 more lines here so I can write down due, title, submitted, and posted, so I can keep track of the reviews that I have to write and submit, and then I keep track of their book releases on this calendar here. So that is how I have set it up for that section. And then in my next section here, I have a daily insert. So these are the daily grid inserts from my shop. Again, if you guys are interested in the printables from my shop, you can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off. And then I have an inbox here. I have an inbox in all my planners, so here I just keep track of anything that is incoming that I need to transfer to another planner or I just want to jot down. So I have the 2-box grid inserts from my shop. My next section here is actually my finance section. I'm not going to go through this, but this has been really helpful for me. I just keep track of my online orders here and obviously my spending and bills. And then in my next section, I have a habit tracker because I really sucked at habit tracking this year. So I have this insert from Annie Plans that I plan on using. So I have a bunch of those for the year. And then in this section here, I have my list section. So shop to-dos, books to read, and things like that. So that is just written down on these heart checklists from my shop. And then after that, I have my PR section, so I have it clipped off because I don't want to show it, but I do have some information there that I keep on my checklist for the shops that I PR for. I also have a password section here at the back, and then also a contact section. And then at the very back, because we had the holidays, I do have a holiday section, but that section will come out now that the holidays are over. So like I said, this is more so a reference. So this one is not going to be touched every day. It's probably going to be touched once or twice a week. So that is going to be sitting on my desk whenever I need to update my finances or things like that. That will all go in here. The next planner that I want to share with you is another well-known planner. You guys know I love the Hobonichi planners, and I am going to be utilizing a lot of those Hobonichi planners again this year, but I am tweaking how I'm using them. So this is my Hobonichi cousin setup. Again, I do have a video that goes over the cover and what I'm going to be using each section for. So that goes into more detail that I'm going to be sharing in this video. So go ahead and check that out. Again, this is a cover from Estelle. I don't know if you guys can see the little Mickey head there, but it's from the Magical collection, and this is the caramel color, I believe it is. So here I have my full year Hobonichi cousin. I went back to using the full year, which is a little surprising because I remember in 2021, I complained about the full year being so heavy and so chunky, but this is going to be a future planner for me, and it's going to house a lot of my project planning. So this is not going to be a planner that goes out with me anymore because it's so thick. In 2022, I did move into a VEC and I liked it because it was lighter to carry around. However, I did find it difficult to forward plan because the year was split into two. So that is why for functional purposes, I'm going back to the full year. And again, I have a setup video on what I'm going to be using each section for, but mainly I just wanted a full calendar in one book so that I can do my forward plannings. So because I'm an author, I do have to forward plan quite a bit. So for example, I know all the books that I'm going to be releasing next year, so I need a place to put down my releases and all my deadlines for my formatter and editor, and that's what I'm using this for. So that's why the Avec didn't work for me, because I didn't have this full year calendar. So this is how I'm going to be using this planner. I have decorated these monthly pages slightly, but I don't forward plan too ahead. I just write everything down on a sticky note because things do change, deadlines do get shifted around quite a bit. And then in the weekly section here, this is where I'm going to be pre-planning my week. So I will be probably filming some cousin plan with me videos to share how I'm going to be utilizing this section. And then here in the daily section, here I've already set it up for January. I just used a little bit of the journaling sticker kits from my shop. And this is actually a journaling card from my journaling prompt printables, also from my shop. So I just use them to decorate my daily pages lightly. I use a little bit of washi tape, and I will be using like a different kit for each week. So this is another week. And then this is starting another week here, so I use a different kit. So again, these are all stickers from my shop. And then I didn't continue yet with the rest of the month. But for the daily pages, instead of using them as a regular daily, because I am switching this section up to another planner, I'm going to be using these daily pages as project planning pages. Project for me is either a book that I'm working on or any collections in my shop. So I do have a sticker shop as well as a printable shop. So when I am working on new products, I will be kind of brainstorming it in these daily pages. I will also be journaling in these daily pages. I do have printable journaling prompts. So I have those in here. So I have like different themes. So this one right here, journal prompts for self-love. I have like a winter one here. So I'm going to be doing that type of journaling in these daily pages, and these will also act as my morning pages. So I find that the A5 size will be perfect for that. It gives you plenty of room to brainstorm or just to journal. So this is the type of stuff that I don't necessarily need on the go with me. So that is why I decided to do my project planning and journaling in here rather than having my dailies in here, which is actually something that I need on the go with me. So that is everything for my Hobonichi cousin. So I am using the Hobonichi cousin again this year, but I'm just tweaking how I'm using it. So that is the third planner that I'm using. The next planner that I have here is my Hobonichi Weeks, and this is a new cover that I actually got this week. And this right here is a Gillio Slim Appunto in the royal blue color. It's a really, really dark navy. Sometimes it looks black on camera. But in here, I do have my Hobonichi Weeks, so I chose to go with the Bow and Tie Marie Weeks this year. I think it's so, so cute. So again, I have a whole video sharing with you what I keep in the pockets and going through my whole system that I have in here. But this is going to be my content planner. I'm using this not as my everyday carry this year, but actually for YouTube and my review writing. So obviously if you guys are watching this video, you guys know that I have a YouTube channel. I film quite a lot of videos. I want a place to plan them out. So here in the monthly section, I do plan on using this to schedule out what videos are going to be going up each day. I find that this smaller calendar is perfect for that, so that's how I'm going to be utilizing that section. I actually have started to use this planner, and I have done plan with me videos on it, so if you guys are curious to see how I plan in the weeks, definitely check out those plan with me videos. I can link them for you. In the weekly section, I'm just going to be writing out my tasks for YouTube. So what videos I want to film this week, what days I'm going to be filming or editing, and things like that. And then at the very back here, I have this little tab, and this is going to be my reading journal. So I am a professional book reviewer, and I do need a place to keep track of the books that I'm going to be reading and reviewing. Here, what I've done is I've created a reading journal for the back pages. This is my 3rd year using the Hobonichi Weeks as a reading journal. So I have these printables. These are from my shop that have like this kind of bookshelf image where you can write in the books that you read. So I read more than 100 books, so that's why I actually have 2 spreads of them. So this is the sage colorway, and then I do have the pastel here, and I also have like a pink and gray one, which is the pink version. So if you guys are interested in these printables, you can find them in my shop. And then after this, I have just created like a bullet journal, like monthly here, to keep track of authors' book releases. So I just keep track of the title and the author and their release. So I have that for the whole year. And then at the back here, all of this is going to house my reviews. So I have these stickers. These are from my shop. These are the book rating stickers. So I'm going to be using them here to write down my reviews and rate them. And then I also have these stickers here that says currently reading, finished reading, and started reading, so I can also keep track of that. And then at the very back here, I also have these 2 yearly calendars. Again, these are printables for the week size in my shop. So this is a yearly tracker that goes from January to December. In this section, I keep track of all the genres that I read, and I will tally up how many books of each genre I read per month. Here I keep track of whether it's a debut author, a new to me author, or a favorite author to me, and then also the star rating. So I will be tallying up those for each month as well. So that is how I'm going to be utilizing my Hobonichi Weeks this year. So slightly different from last year. It's not my everyday carry anymore. It's my content planner for YouTube and my reviews. Okay, so that is my Gillio Appunto setup. Loving this. This leather is so luxurious. Feels so amazing. So I'm very excited about this setup. Once again, if you want details on everything in this setup, I have a video on it. So now that we have covered all of the planners that I have used already in the past, let's move into the newer planners that maybe I haven't been in the size in a while or haven't used at all, or these are new planners to me. So let's start with the standard TN. So this year I am trying out the Traveler's Notebooks. It's been a while since I've been in TNs. So in some ways it's kind of like a new experience for me because it has been so long, but I am using different sizes, and that's going to be a new experience for me as well. So as you guys can see here, I have a Traveler's Company standard size TN. This is in the camel color. So I do have a flip through of this setup already up on my channel, but this is what I'm going to be using as a shop reference planner. So like I said, I do have a sticker shop as well as a printable shop. So I'm going to keep track of all those things in this standard size TN. So in here, I do have the plastic folder, which I just keep some of these stickers from my shop and other things. And then I have a undated weekly. This is the vertical weekly, which I will be keeping track of shop things only. So for example, when I take part in collab sales, there are things like I need to do on specific days. I like to have something to write that down in. So that is what this is for. Also within the string, I have these inserts. These are printable inserts from my shop, and this is just a grid insert. So when I do my weekly reviews, I can do that in this insert here So I have that kind of clipped in one section. So here is the back of that folder. I have some sticky notes and quote cards. This is another journaling card from my shop. In the next strand, I have this folder here, and I just have a running list of shop things to do. I also have some stickers. These are from my shop. And then I have this piece of vellum, and then this insert here is also from the Travelers Company. This is the Undated Monthly. So I have this journaling card. This is from the Personal Growth journaling set, and I am going to be writing my goals for each month in here. And this is what I'm going to be using to plan out my releases in my shop. So this is just an undated monthly. So I have that for the year, and that's just the back. And then on the final strand here, here's another piece of vellum, and then I have just taped on some positive affirmations. Here I just keep track of the inventory in my shop, also SKU numbers. So these are all the different types of stickers that I have in my shop, so I started to use that. And I just decorate lightly with a little bit of washi. And this is just a blank insert that came with my TN. Then sandwiched in between that, I have another printable insert. This is from my shop where I just have some lined paper. So that is for my extra notes. So this is more so a reference planner, like I said. It's just only for shop things, so I like to keep that handy. I was using a larger Erin Condren hourly planner, and that's when I discovered I really liked having an hourly for my shop. It allows me to plan things out and schedule things accordingly, but I didn't want such a large planner, so instead of using that planner, I went with an hourly insert in a standard size TN. So this is much more compact, and I like the different notebooks, so whenever I do fill one up, I can easily just exchange that for a new one, so I can keep track of all of my new collections that I release in my shop. So this is my shop planner, one of the newer planners that I'm going to be trying out for 2023. So I'm hoping that this works for me because I really like the size and I love this leather. It's such a beautiful cover. So that is my new shop planner going into 2023. The next planner that I want to share with you is a pocket size TN. The cover is from Chic Sparrow, and this is the Austin Moreland. So Austin is the leather and Moreland is the color. Moreland is a gorgeous black leather. So I have black stitching, black elastics, and this houses my moleskin. So these two are pocket size planners that I'm going to be trying out for next year. I want to see if this smaller size will work for me, but I do have the Cascade, so you have these pockets that kind of go like this, which I really like, and then I have my soft cover weekly moleskin, and then I also have the soft cover daily. So I'm very familiar with the Moleskin brand. I use their large hardcover notebooks as my writing notebooks. So I write my books in there, I outline my books in there, and I do a lot of my brainstorming in there. So I'm very used to this paper. So that is why I wanted to try out one of their planners. Now they do have larger size planners, but I wanted to try something more compact. That is something that I'm trying to experiment with because I do find myself getting really tired of carrying really big planners. You guys know I'm so used to using A5 planners like the Hobonichi Cousin because I can write so many different things in it. But carrying that around just got really tiring and I don't have enough space in my purse for it. So I'm hoping to use this system as my everyday carry. So this is the system that I'm going to take on the go with me. So here I have a weekly outlook, which is very similar to the Hobonichi weeks, except for the fact that you do have the weekend that is split here. So Saturday and Sunday share a space, but basically it's the same thing. You have a week on one side and some sort of notes page on the other. So I'm hoping that this pocket size will work for me. I ordered this cover because I wanted something that would be compact, but I went with the Pocket Plus because I wanted the ability to have two of these notebooks together. Now, I don't know if I will be able to use this system for a long time because I imagine that this daily will chunk up quite a bit. So maybe this will house my daily and I will move this weekly later on in the year when it gets too chunky to a different cover. But for now, it still fits in the one cover, so I'm gonna try it out this way. But with the dailies, I do just have all of my important dates kind of written down in here already. And then I am going to be trying this out as a personal daily planner. So again, if you guys are interested in my setup, I do have a video up on my channel that kind of goes over these two separately. But if you guys want, I can do a separate video with this actual cover on it and show you my system. But it's pretty simple. As you guys can see, I literally only have these two notebooks in here because they are so chunky. But like I said, this will hopefully allow me to plan my meals and log my exercise and other fitness details and things like that. So this is going to be more personal. I do have some work stuff in here just because I find it helpful as reminders, but this is going to be maybe a system that I don't show much of. I'm not really sure. We'll see. In the back here, you do have a pocket, so I just have a few of the journaling cards. These are from my shop. But this one is a very simple setup. In the pen loop, I just have a Muji ballpoint pen. This is my favorite pen to use on this Moleskine paper. So this is a new system that I'm going to be trying out for 2023. I can't talk too much about it because the year hasn't really started yet and I haven't really dove into it, but I will definitely do some update videos sharing how this planner is working or isn't working for me. And then the very last planner that I want to share with you guys today is my A6 Hobonichi Techo. So I have it housed in another Chic Sparrow. This is also from the Austin line, but it is in the Darcy. So it's a very lovely brown TN. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is in the A6 size. So this is actually going to be my daily. This is going to be my everyday carry. This is going to be my main daily planner. So in here I have the cascade pockets. I just have a few die cuts in here. And then I have some stickers in here as well. These are from my shop. These are the icon stickers that I'm going to be using in my Hobonichi. And then I have this dashboard here. This is also from Chic Sparrow. And I just have, it says there, this planner belongs to. And then here is my inbox insert. So this is another printable from my shop. And in here, I am just going to using this as an inbox and also doing my weekly review in here. So that's why I have that section. And whenever I'm through with this notebook, I can always print out a new one. So I have the back of that dashboard with a few die cuts. And then on the other string here, I actually have the photo album. This is from Hobonichi. And in here, I just keep a lot of my journaling cards in here from my shop, positive affirmations. I have my journal prompts in here. I have a morning and evening routine. So they fit pretty nicely in this little album. And then in here, I also have my stickers, which I will be using to decorate my Hobonichi, and I have some extra note paper. So that sits on another one of the strings. This TN actually has 6 strings, so you can fit quite a bit. But instead of putting my Hobonichi on the string, I just slipped it in the back pocket. So it fits really nicely in there. So this is a Hobonichi planner. And you guys know I love Hobonichi, but this is actually my first year using the A6 size in the English. You guys know that I like to use the A6 Avec, which is in the Japanese, as my daily creative journal. So I have a video up on that, but this is my first time using the English version as a main planner. So I'm very excited about it. I don't really have anything in here yet because I haven't really started using it or started to set it up. I was excited to try this because of the bigger grid. The timeline is longer, so it goes the full length. And the reason why I found it difficult to use the Hobonichi Cousin as my daily is because the timeline is very small. In the Cousin, it only goes half the page. So if you guys can see here, it only goes half the page. What I discovered in 2022 is I really need an hourly that goes the full length of the page. So that's why I tried out the Erin Condren Daily Duo, and that timeline goes the full length of the A5, and I really love that about it because I was able to write down if I had an appointment at 9, I can mark that down, and then if I have another thing going on at 9:30, I was able to write it in. Whereas in this timeline, I only have one line to use, and that wasn't enough space for me. Instead of using the Cousin Daily, I'm hoping to use this planner. So we have the full timeline here. It's easy to write in your own times, but I do have washi tape that I'm planning on using that has the timeline on it. You have an icon here for meals, which I will also be using, but I really like it because it's so minimal. So what I plan on doing with this is having my timeline on one side and then my tasks on the other. And I feel like that is going to just simplify my life more. I find that with my dailies, it is something that I need to take on the go with me because sometimes I'm not working in my office. Some days I want to work on the shop, so I go to the studio for that. And so I don't want to carry the Cousin around because it's so heavy. So I'm hoping that this smaller A6 size will allow me to downsize, but still be functional. I'm going to be using this as my main planner for to-dos. So that is why I also have this insert here in the front, acting as my inbox and to do my weekly reviews in so that I can process all the information and move any unfinished tasks to another week or another day if I can't complete it. But I'm very excited about this system. I think it's going to work out for me. I was also looking at the Jabun Days in the B6 Slim size. I may even try that out if this doesn't work out for me, but since I am pretty loyal to the Hobonichi brand, I wanted to try out the A6 size first. And I feel like this cover is just so gorgeous too. So that's also another reason why I wanted to move into this size. So that is my multi-planner system for 2023. I know it's a lot of planners, but like I said, I'm not going to be using all of these planners every single day. Some of them I will be using maybe twice a week, once a week, things like that. So if you guys have any questions on my system or any of the planners or the notebooks I'm going to be using, you can leave them down below. If you guys are interested in the printables or the stickers from my shop, be sure to use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. I hope you guys enjoyed Planmas and are looking forward to 2023. I have a lot of new things planned for the shop, as well as my books and this channel, so I hope you guys will look forward to it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!